Oh god. Time for workout. Honey, go get me some beer. Hello YouTube. My name is Nick and this is Cupcakes and Dumbbells. Now, do you ever find it difficult to find time to work out in between school, work, and slaying dragons? Well, throughout this program, we'll be giving you free and easy to follow fitness information, as well as demonstrating, in our own living room, routines that you'll be able to do yourself. Over the coming months, we'll take you from fitness noob to ninja warrior, beginning first with basic routines and moving from there onto high-intensity training that will wake you up from your couch-induced coma. Now, even though neither of us have any technical experience in the field, we've both had our personal successes with fitness, and we would like to share that experience with all of you. Now, every month we'll also be having a monthly prize, so make sure you stick around until the end of the video to find out about that. For now, let's move on to our first routine, UMLC.
Alright, so UMLC. That stands for upper, middle, lower, and cardio. For the upper, we're going to do push-ups. For the middle, we're going to do crunchies. For the lower, we're going to do squats. And for the cardio, we're going to do jumping jacks. Now, yeah, you didn't need me to tell you to do more push-ups every day to get more physically fit, but sometimes it's hard to know where to even start. If you want to be able to start at a manageable pace that you'll be able to handle and work your way up to achieving your greater fitness goals, then this is going to be the program for you. Now let's go ahead and start off with a must-forever exercise routine, some stretching.
Alright, and here we have Nicholas. He's starting off with the neck rolls. On these, you just want to make sure you don't go back on your neck. You kind of just want to go side to side because rolling backwards can be bad for it.
Now I'm shrugging my shoulders. Really good to keep those shoulders flexible, especially as you're doing push-ups, even the jumping jacks a little bit. It's good to feel nice and loosey-goosey. Note that he's breathing, or I'm breathing, the whole time I do these moves.
That's very important. Here, with this one specifically for a stretch, he's even going a little slow at it to make sure he doesn't pull on any of his muscles weird.
A nice side stretch is good. Sometimes I feel like it helps my lower back a little bit. Sometimes my back gets stiff doing crunches. This definitely helps.
And then toe touchies, which is the best name for this stretch. And on this
and if
one,
you need something to support yourself through this stretch, then go ahead and grab a chair, your dog, your little child,
whatever you use against its will.
Now we get a nice hamstring stretch. Let's see how we make sure he leans forward and he's stretching his back, because you're trying to stretch your back with this too. Stretching legs, stretching your back is beautiful. Now we got the butterfly stretch and he's leaning forward through it. Into downward dog. Stretching out those calves, it's great.
Yeah, really good for those. Then he really puts it on both of them there at the end. Then a little push up into upward dog, which just really stretches out your core, which is good for the crunchies again.
I call that seal pole. Seal pose. Not
Steel
upward
pole.
dog. Seal pose. Now he's doing some push-ups. This is great. Keeping his hands about just a little bit more than shoulder width apart.
Yep, and so now we're into the actual lifting part of the routine. On this, you may not want to max out, which is doing as many as you can, especially if you haven't done any push-ups or anything in a while, but you know, you've been working out a little bit here and there, go for it. And you see here I actually switch, bam, to what are called either easy or girl push-ups, depending on who you talk to. Just makes it, because it's better to do girl push-ups than to stop doing standard push-ups, especially if you can only do like 2 or 3 for whatever set you're on.
Now I'm doing some crunches. It's really good to keep your eyes on the ceiling while you're doing this and make sure you're lifting with a strong abdominal contraction and not with your shoulders or with your head.
Those are crunchies. Now he's down in the squats. These are obviously just good for your legs. keep them nice and trim.
Now he's moved on to the cardio portion of the routine, jumping jacks.
These are pretty easy. You can do your arms a little lower than him if you want. It makes it a little bit easier to do. And that's all for the lifting part of it. Now we're back into the end stretch. You really want to do some stretching afterwards. Otherwise, you may be sore the next day. And it definitely helps you heal quicker. So his hamstrings, make sure the back of his legs are good.
Into the butterfly stretch. Downward dog is especially going to be really good for your legs after you've worked your calves doing jumping jacks.
And just goes down to one more upward dog.
Seal pose.
Or seal pose. Again, really good. After we did those crunchies, stretch that out.
Hey everybody, thanks again for joining us for our first episode of Cupcakes and Dumbbells. Remember, the routine you just watched is supposed to be a wake-up call for your body, so you don't necessarily want to go all out on the crunchies and push-ups your first time around. Especially if it's been a while since you've worked out, you want to make sure you give your body some time to heal and recuperate and everything, and you do that with some stretching and a light workout routine. Do that, and you should be able to keep up with us for next week's episode, Basement Cardio, which will air Wednesday, June 13th. Make sure to like Cupcakes and Dumbbells on Facebook and hit that subscribe button to be entered in for a chance to win this beginner's resistance band
For free!
Which will help you reach your future fitness goals. Again, thank you everybody for joining us for our first episode of Cupcakes and Dumbbells, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one.